While the rest of us are buying Canadian, Danielle Smith is importing trash from the US. She wants to bring in their two-tier healthcare, ICE, and now gerrymandering. The fine art of choosing your voters instead of letting them choose you. In Alberta, ridings are regularly redrawn as populations grow and shift. Boundaries are adjusted so the populations are close to the 50-ish thousand average. And these are determined by the Alberta Electoral Boundary Commission, with 2 NDP appointees, 2 UCP appointees, and a chair appointed by Smith. The redrawing of ridings is supposed to be bureaucratic, formulaic, and boring. And oh, how I do miss boring. But instead of sticking to best practices, using math and algorithms to design ridings with contiguity, compactness, and communities of interest, Smith seems to have told her appointees on the commission to find her some extra votes, specifically in historically progressive areas. And the tool they're using, it's something called the hybrid riding. You take a slice of a city and glue it to a much larger chunk of rural area. It's a method to drown all those pesky orange city voters in deep rural blue. They're calling these Rurban ridings, which sounds like a bad Keith Urban cover band playing Tuesday night at the Red Deer Casino. No one outside of the hyper-opportunistic UCP strategists are asking for this, just like no one asked for So here's what a Rurban riding might look like. The Commission's newly proposed Edmonton-Beaumont riding. Edmonton, a city that elected a full NDP slate. And Beaumont, a city that elected a mayor who literally wrote and sells a book praising the people who courageously engaged in light domestic terrorism with semi-trucks. Currently, Beaumont votes in the same riding as Leduc. With a population of over 26,000 people, Beaumont voters effectively get 1-for-1 dilution of Edmonton votes in the new riding. The 2 UCP members then took a starring role in extreme gerrymandering, Alberta edition. They threw out the Commission's mandate and drew up hyper-partisan, indefensible maps with a sole purpose: disenfranchise anyone not voting for the UCP. They called this proposal the Minority Report, apparently without any irony or awareness whatsoever of the very famous book and movie about living under an authoritarian government with fascist tendencies. This was too extreme for Smith's own appointed chair of the Commission, retired Justice Dallas Miller. He sided with the NDP members and together published in a rebuttal that they object in the strongest terms to this unconstitutional Minority Report. That's retired judge for, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. The thing about importing goods, or bads in this case, very, very bads, is that the first shipment often doesn't go smoothly. It's Turkish Tylenol. But the second, that's when they learn how to get the good stuff. Remember in Trump's first term how he tried to implement an absolutely bonkers agenda, but a few somewhat sane career government people threw up roadblocks to stop him? The second time around, he cleared house. In Alberta, we still have a few people left willing to say, no ma'am, I'd prefer not to. But we probably won't if we give Bootleg Donald her second crack at it in 2027.